why are you having this guy reach out to you? He's not around you. He doesn't get to see you. He doesn't get to know what you're doing. So you're asking him to go based on your word. So what happens the day you fall asleep for 20, 30 minutes, right? You don't happen to answer your phone. 20, 30 minutes is probably excessive. But what happens on a day that, you have stuff going on? You're busy. You're a busy woman. You have goals. You're working out. You're trying to make things for yourself. And you don't answer your phone for a day. What happens then?
I think the point is, it's not going to be that problem if we trust each other.
Well, trust is earned, not given, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do you earn something? Do you earn something immediately, or does it take time to earn it?
For me, it takes time.
There you go. So if it's going to take time, but you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to poison your mind, right? So I don't want you to get off this conversation and think to yourself, wow, I can't believe I had this conversation with this guy and he's telling me all these things. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be realistic, right, with an attractive woman who is approaching an age that she needs to start thinking about what comes next. For you to get your body to look the way it looks, you had to go to the gym, right?
Yeah.
You had to get you had to eat right. You couldn't eat everything. You had to eat good food, clean food, right? So did you not make that important? Wasn't that something that you said I have to do in order for me to get this body? Was that not something you focused on as a goal in your life? Did you not?
Actually, I enjoy like my healthy lifestyle. I'm not 100% that have to be like go to the gym every day, eating clean food every day, every meal. No, we are human. So it's like sometimes, it's a thing that I have to do, but not every day on every time. I also want to enjoy my life.
And that's fair. So but you have to do it though. You still go to the gym. You still do the things you have to do to make sure your body looks the way it looks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm saying is, you talked about 4 pillars. You said happiness, family, career, and friends. And out of those 4 things, the one thing you didn't mention was a partner or a relationship.
Yeah, so, it can be in the middle.
In the middle, exactly, because it's not important.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It could, so what I'm trying to say is, when something is not important to you, you don't get it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not. It's okay. It's nothing to be sorry about. It's just you have to think about it like that. It's like me saying, I want to become wealthy and I want to become rich. But then what I would do every day is I wake up, I sit in front of the TV and I watch every TV show there is. I don't go to work. I don't do anything for myself. And I just talk about how I want to be rich. But I say I have 4 pillars, and in my 4 pillars at the table, I have a table with 4 legs, and all those 4 legs is ABC show, BCD show, all these TV shows at the 4 legs, and then in the middle somewhere is me being rich. So meaning that leg is not important. If I take that leg out, my table still stands because I don't care about that leg. So what you just said is you don't care about having the relationship because if you have it, it's fine. If you don't have it, you still have the 4 things that is going to keep you going, which is fine. But then in this, how would you then have a family in 2 years? What you might end up doing is you might end up having somebody who's going to show up, loving your body, tell you everything you need to hear because the person has to take you to bed and sleep with you. I mean, I would presume you're not a woman that sleeps with every single guy you meet, right? You select. You don't just pick any man and have sex with them, right?
So I think for my 4 leg, that's what I told you before. My partner need to be like enjoy of my 4 leg. I think that would make my relationship perfect. Like he enjoy my happiness, he enjoy my friend, my family. It's gonna be like it's hard to find, but take time to do it.
But what I'm trying to say is that's not his job. It's not his responsibility to enjoy the things that's your own problems or the things that you want. That has nothing to do with him. He has a duty to play. His duty is to make sure that he can provide and protect you. That's what he's there for. He's there to give you a life. He's there to make sure that you have a life that you can live and you can be very comfortable in that same process. He's there to wake up every morning and do the things that he has to do so your life is easy. He's not there to care about what your friends think. To hell with your friends. He shouldn't care what your parents think or your family thinks. And he sure the hell shouldn't care about your happiness, because your happiness is your responsibility. Does that make sense? You have to get, see, the thing is this. At 29 years old, you're already getting to the point in your life where it's very, very scary, because you don't want to be 32 years old going into a hospital with a big belly trying to have a baby. Right?
Yeah, that's true. But for me, I mean, like, it's not his responsibility. Like, but sometimes, I mean, like, if you like, I like workout, and if I find someone who like the same thing with me, I can get along with so well. But if it's like, if I like workout, but he doesn't work out, but I still like him, because like sometimes we need to like balance each other, like not to be like 100% of me, just only be 150%, and we can share and we can learn together.
That's fair. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with people eventually aligning their goals together, right? Because for health reasons, I'm never going to be okay with the man who doesn't go to the gym. I think it's every man's responsibility to strengthen his body to the most of his capability. That's his job, right? So I'm not going to talk against that. What I'm going to say is this: is you can't go in with the mindset of having 4 pillars, and those 4 pillars are foundational as to what you want out of a relationship. You have to go in with the focus of, hey, what am I looking for? What am I hoping to get out of this? What am I qualified to get? And what am I going to bring to the table? What am I going to give this man to allow this man to feel that I'm the right candidate for the job, to bear his children and to carry his legacy? Because without the man's seed, without the man getting you pregnant, you can't have babies. Right?
Yeah.
You can't close your eyes and be like Mary from the Bible and have a baby come out of you unless you have a man get you pregnant. So that seed is very valuable, because that seed is a legacy, something that continues you and him. It's not just a part of you, but it's also a part of him. So in order for both of you to continue to exist in this world after you're gone, after he's gone, you have to be very selective of who that person is. The same way he also has to be very selective of who you are. He can't just say, hey, listen, I'm going to just pick this girl because she's beautiful and because I want to take pictures of her. And because when I look at her on Instagram, my wiener gets hard. That cannot be his only reason for wanting to be with you, because at some point, his stuff is not going to get hard anymore when he sees you, because time does that. Right? So what I'm hoping you get out of this is this, my dear, is to think to yourself and say, and again, you've been very nice. You've been a very gracious host. I appreciate your candor with all of this. But I'm hoping that you get this out of this. I'm hoping that when you go back, you think to yourself and you say, what do I want out of my relationship? Right? What do I hope to get out of the relationship? And then look at your battlefield. Like we talked about battlefield. He has his battlefield. I don't care what you say, right? Because have you thought about this? 6 months, he doesn't see you for 3 months from now, right? Or is he going to get a chance to come to Thailand every month? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I don't care. It's expensive. It's a long flight. He has to work. So if he doesn't see you, if he sees you once every 3 months, are you okay with him having sex with other women?
I think for me, like right now, I'm very busy about work, and also he busy about work too. So if we stay together, like every day together, for me, I think it doesn't work really well for me. Like I also need my space right now. So I think it's a good time for like, okay, we are long distance and we can talk every day. We can FaceTime, like everything that make us closer. And I also like had to work, so I think that right now it's okay.
So it's convenient for you. But what I'm asking is, if in 3 months from now, the relationship gets more serious and you really like this guy, if he has sex with another woman, Are you okay with that? Because you're telling him he can't have sex for 3 months.
For me and him, I'm still new, but I also believe in him that he's not gonna sleep with anyone because he's like major and he's like 44, so he has experience about that already. And yeah, we talk about everything before he flying.
So what you're saying is you think this guy that is 44 years old that has had sex numerous of times is willing to hold himself for 3 months for you. And I'm not saying he won't, right? I don't know this guy, and there's a huge likelihood that he will do that for you. But you know, biology says that a man makes 1,500 sperm cells every single second.
Yeah,
see that sperm that comes out of a man? 1,500 of them every second a man makes, right? In one day, a man makes 129,800,000 sperm cells, 800,000 sperm cells every single day. In 3 months, what happens is that sperm fills his balls up and goes to his brain. I call it cum in the brain. The man gets what is called cum in the brain. So when a man gets cum in the brain, his whole functioning system doesn't work the same way. So what you're saying is you're willing for this man to risk everything that he's probably going to be able to work for and hold himself so he doesn't get to have sex with anybody till he sees you every 3 months or 6 months. And you're going to penalize him if he doesn't do that. So I'm not trying to make you think bad about your relationship, but this is what I'm doing here. What I'm trying to do here is I want you to think about that battlefield I said in the beginning, right? Yeah. When you have a battlefield, you have to make sure your battlefield works for you for what you want. And at 29 years old, you might have 2 more years or 3 more years to be able to play in a different space before you have to have a battlefield that works for you and be so strategic with it that you get what you want. Because then guess what? There are so many women now that are 45 and 50 years old and are going through the same thing you're going through. And you know why? Because when they were your age, they did not strategically put themselves in a position to say, listen, I want to get this guy, and this is what I'm going to do to get him, and this is how I'm going to play it together. But they just think to themselves, oh, well, I just let it happen. I trust him, and then something happens. The man has sex with another woman because he's a man, because he's going to do that, right? Yeah. And then now the woman is so broken, she goes right back to the drawing board, and she's like, where can I find the next man who is not going to do what the last man did? And you are out of your mind if you think that's how this world works, because it doesn't. We're going to have your IG show up on the screen here. There it is. IG's at napat.topform. She's a fitness instructor. Ladies, if you're trying to learn how to get a body the right way, she's the right one. And guys, I'm sorry. I was hoping she was single enough. Hey, the relationship is still new, so you guys have a chance. Just reach out to her, and first of all, don't ask her about sex, and ask her her name first. And then you might have a chance. If you go shooting your shot and you shoot it the wrong way, she's going to tone you down. So guys know how to act. Pat, thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thanks a lot. Thanks for being on the show.
Thanks so much. Have a good day.